All right, we are ready.
So, with the Community Care Development Network, what made you want to start the Community Care Development Network?
When I looked at every nonprofit has a little piece of themselves in it, whether it is your own background or a need that you saw or something like that. So, a little bit of my childhood background kind of spilt into what are we seeing in our young people today. There's a lot of assistance and resources for the younger kids. You got stuff for babies, you got stuff for toddlers, and even elementary school. But when it came to middle school and high schoolers, there were less resources available. There were less things that um, helped our preteens and teens grow. And so I started out talking with a friend of mine's daughter who was having so many issues. She's in middle school, she's adjusting to middle school, and then she's in a single parent household. Mom is working 2 jobs, and a lot of these things affected her. And so we started talking kind of one on one. I'll say she was my first mentee. And then she asked me, could she start bringing a friend to her conversations? And so I was like, yeah, so we would meet at, little restaurants, McDonald's and things like that. And then we found out some deeper issues were going on with her in regards to some family issues and things like that. And so we started our pilot program called Precious Pearls of Promise, which is a female mentoring group that targets 11-year-old to 18-year-old females. And so we launched it as a pilot program back in June of 2014. It's been that long. It's been a while. And we partnered with Woodlawn United Methodist Church, who allowed us to use space there. And so I started printing up flyers. I sent some to my son's schools, and they started to send young ladies our way. And so we will meet every Saturday from about 9 until about 2. We would feed breakfast and lunch. We would do exercises and things like that. And so to fast forward, we started our male mentoring program a year later, thanks to my son, who, they would come and set up for the girls, but then they would have to sit there with mama the whole time. And so my youngest son, who's very outgoing and very verbal, very vocal, he said, I'm tired of sitting in here with all these girls. When you gonna start a male mentoring program? And so they challenged me. And so we started our male mentoring program, and we launched the actual nonprofit. We became a nonprofit in November of 2015. And so Diamonds in the Rough is our male mentoring program. We work with the same age group, and we worked on character development. We work on problem solving, communication. We work on life skills, and we also help them problem solve through some things that they may be going through. And so we also launched in 2016 our Parents Helping Parents group. And Parents Helping Parents is a forum developed for parents by parents. And we talk about some of the challenges that, and I say we because I'm a part of that group as well. Whether you are a new mom or a new dad, your grandparent raising your grandchildren, it's for everybody who is a guardian of a child. And so we talk about things that help us grow as parents, self-care, also how can we communicate better with our children. I'm becoming an empty nester, so I'm learning how to navigate and communicate with my sons as being adults versus them being, kids. And it's a difference. It's a different conversation. And so with that, I'm having to talk to parents who already have, kids that are grown, and they help me out. And then I'm able to help parents out who have gone through the hardship of teenage years and the attitudes and things like that. We also provide essential needs. In these forms, if we find out that any of our parents have any type of needs, food, clothes, anything like that, we have our life services program, and that's probably our busiest program. Life services helps with those essential needs. We have a food pantry, a clothes closet. We help with diapers for babies and elderly. We've got diapers for both. Insure, and when we get household supplies in, like cleaning supplies and things, we'll make up little bags and things like that. We help with toiletries and stuff like that as well. And so when we help families who are in that capacity, it eases their minds on what's going to happen tomorrow. And so learning that we've helped a parent, fill their refrigerator is an amazing thing. And in that program, we give out anywhere between 40 and 80 pounds of food twice a month. Right now, while we're involved in the Farmers to Families program, they can get fresh produce as well as dried goods and canned goods. So that makes up 80 pounds. So they can get up to 160 pounds right now while they're still having the produce program going on. And so that's our life services program. We have some education programs. We do some reading and math tutoring for middle school and high schoolers if they're behind. The average sixth grader is on about a third or fourth grade level in reading and math. And so we're helping with those areas as well. We still do our youth mentoring, of course. And we're developing some more education programs. We have our Inspire program for those who have dropped out of school, which teaches essential job skills, and we're connecting them with GED programs or dropout recovery programs so they can continue their education while we're working with them on the essential job skills platform. And we're connecting them. We'll do a life development plan with them, connecting them to one of 4 avenues. If they want to go directly into the workforce, we connect them with a job. If they want to go to the military and they qualify, we'll help them get into the military. If they would like to go to trade school, we help them get there. And the last piece, if they want to go to community college, we'll help them get there as well. And so we do check-ins with our students from Inspire to help them grow. We're kind of that foundation net that will help them develop not only the essential skills, but help keep them on track and become more independent in their life. And so we also do some community outreach, and we have several partners that we do community outreach with. Right now, we're heavy in this voting, trying to get people to vote, and that's through one of our programs that we partner with. We're part of the Alabama Civic Engagement Coalition. Short for that is ACE. We're trying to get as many people registered to vote and just explain the voting process with them. We also are engaged with a couple of education projects. We're working with the Birmingham Ed Foundation. We're also working with Woodlawn Foundation and some other organizations on food insecurity. We have meetings every week to talk about, are we being effective enough in the community on the food insecurity challenges? And so those are just a few of our community outreach pieces that we do. And I know I gave you a lot just in that one question. So,
but no, that is okay, because I've been when I was trying to do this project, I've been trying to talk to just say directors or current directors of organizations. And tell me where this started and lead into it. And it was oh well, this and this that, and that's it. I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, man, can't do that, but okay.
But the cool thing about what I do is that I'm the founder, so I can give you all the meat and potatoes you need.
Because I was like, as soon as I found, I was like, "Ooh, I like this," and I was just reading about it on the website. I was like,
Oh, wow.
I really like this because I didn't have enough. I didn't have like access to this because like growing up, like I was the only child. I'm the only child, so like by being the only child, like when I was going to school, it was so different for me. And like, if I had a group like this, and I basically would like use this as like somewhat like my escape because like it was it, it was good, but it was bad being the only child going to school.
I get it. You know, some of our kids are kind of chomping at the bit right now because we're doing mentoring from a virtual platform. Because when they come to our center, that is their escape. You know, they don't have to worry about whether they got younger siblings or whether they're an only child. You know, when they come to the center, these are their brothers and sisters. And so it's really cool to see some of the older kids who've been there for a little while talk to some of the younger kids, because the growing pains that the older kids have gone through, if they see a younger kid kind of going through those same growing pains, I caught the coolest moment. One of our kids who's about 18 years old now, he's been with us for a couple of years. And then there's another young man who's about 13 going through some of the same challenges he went through. And I see them actually mentoring each other. And that just, when I tell you that makes my heart melt, it makes my heart melt because, or I'll get just yesterday, I got a praise report from one of our parents who we had been working with this young man about his communication skills and attitude and how he responds to things. And so we got a praise report on how he's using the tools and the skills that he's learning in group. And with him going to school virtually online, which it has been a challenge for a lot of kids, but his teachers have given reports to his mom on how he's early logging on and he stays and he finishes. He's like the first one on and the last one off. And he's understanding the work. And so it's really amazing to me where, you know, you put so much into it and then you get these reports back and your mind is just blown.
Say that is amazing. That is very amazing. I feel like with virtual school, it's like because my baby cousin is here, and it is so hard to keep him engaged. Like he wants to jump down and run. I'm like, no, come on, we gotta sit here. We gotta sit here.
Oh yeah, younger kids. No, I don't want to sit still. I want to move.
And I can tell, like we can really tell that the teacher she's getting a little,
Flustered.
whew,
But
like,
it's a challenge for the teachers as well. I teach college classes and I teach online as well. I'm used to it because I've I've worked in the college system for probably the last 10 years. You know, I've worked for several colleges and I've built platforms and things like that. So I have an understanding of how the online world works. But if you are a teacher who is used to being in the classroom and then all of a sudden you got to make that switch, it is challenging because you're used to seeing um, your kids' faces. You know, you can see if they're having trouble, but the computer screen, it's a little bit more challenging because you don't know if they're really having problems. And then if it's some technical issues going on with it, that's all the more challenging for a teacher.
is this week I had got 2 emails from my teachers because they were like, you missed class, you still know there's participation. I'm like, yeah, Zoom won't allow me to get in. And then they were saying, like, what you mean? I'm like, Zoom is not allowing me to get in. And then 5 more people in my class were still not allowed in either. They're like, oh my gosh, like so many technical issues right now. It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, okay. That was a good amount of information. That was amazing.
And I just want to tell you, I appreciate you reaching out to me. I really do. I think this is a cool project.
I really was so. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm glad I found. I'm glad I found the community care development network because I was like, I feel like some people in my class, they're just choosing an organization just to choose one. But like
Yeah.
when we're in this class now, we still have to keep going. So like next semester with like we have, I think it's propaganda and something else. We still have to, like, if we keep our backgrounder, we still have to come back. And I'm just like, I want to choose somewhere that I found interesting, that I really engaged with just by reading the website, not just we get this project done and go. Because when we submit it, like if we are allowed to submit these for medallion awards, they're going to choose which one that has the best heart into the project, not one that just like, oh, okay, well, that's good.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're glad to be a part of it.
Thank you. I'm glad that you had the time to help me out. Thank you so much. Okay, so what are some events that y'all do?
We have an annual teen summit. And we normally do it the fourth weekend in June, where when I tell you it's really dynamic. We start on a Friday evening, and we have a couple of workshops that are about self-growth. We also look at problem solving. We have speakers to come in, team building. And then on Saturday, it's a full day of just continued workshops. We do some financial literacy with the kids. We also do a community service project with the kids where they are giving back because they're being poured into. So we pick two additional organizations, one or two, just depends on who the board brings to the table, and we do a community service project for that organization. Last year, we picked two agencies. We did Be a Blessing Birmingham, and we did Youth Towers. And the kids put together 350 toiletry bags for both of those organizations. And we were able to donate about half of them to one agency and half to another. And so, and then probably towards after lunch, we take them on a field trip just to kind of, loosen up. And, they love PlayStation because they get to do multiple things at PlayStation. They get to do laser tag, they get to do go-karting, and they get to skate as much as they want. So we for the last couple of years, that's been our go-to place. But we let them vote on what they want to do. And so we do Friday and Saturday. This year, Teen Summit was canceled in June, but we are working on some mini summits here coming up in fourth quarter that are going to be kind of virtual summits that's going to engage the kids from a virtual platform. So everything had to change up for us this year because of COVID-19. Even how we distribute food, we do a drive-through now versus people having the access to come into our center to get what they need. So everything is just different. I'm trying to see another thing that we do every year. We always do something with civic engagement, and this year we're doing the voting. Last year we did a course on understanding how to restore your voting rights. So those who have been who've lost their voting rights, we've partnered with through ACE, and we're helping individuals understand which crimes will get your voting rights taken from you. But some of those crimes are not affecting you permanently. You can have them restored. So we educated on that last year as well. And I'm trying to see what else do we do on an annual basis. Everything else is just kind of ongoing. Christmas at CCDN is something new that we started. Last year we started out with going to support about 50 kids, and that turned into us supporting 80 kids for Christmas. And we did a Christmas play. That was something new that we did last year. And so it was a madhouse last year at our center, just all the kids and then the play. But the kids wanted to do a play, so they actually put together their own play. It was a Charlie Brown Christmas, and it was really cool to see them do everything. And then we gave out the Christmas gifts to them, and we had some really cool partners that came in and helped. Congresswoman Terry Sewell supported, Rolanda Hollis, Hunter Williams. It was just really cool to see some of our government officials come in and help support. Um, we also had people just send in donations to help, get kids gifts. We had a whole family of 7. There was 7, I'm sorry, there was 9, 7 kids and then 2 parents that could not afford Christmas. And so we put a call out, and Congresswoman Terry Sewell came back and said, we got you. And so it was real cool to see everybody pull together to help support families for Christmas.
I really think I chose the best organization in my class. So when I get online, I'm gonna have to brag.
Oh, brag on.
Brag.
Because remember, you get this video now. You get a copy of this video.
So as soon as she says, so how, when I write my journal about how today when she says, so how do you think? Oh, I'm gonna brag the whole way through. I'm doing this is the best organization in Birmingham.
Awesome.
Like, this is amazing. I have to brag. I have to brag because some of my friends, because like in our class, the class that you're in, like you started last semester, you're on the next 5 classes, so it's the same people, and we all been talking about. Oh, so I wonder who we're gonna do and everything else. I'm like, yeah, I got this in the back. They're like, no, you don't. I'm like, because we have to.
So it's a little competitive is what it is.
So what happens is next semester we have to choose, no, the end of this semester to go into our next class, we have to choose 5 out of 40. So out of 40 people, 5 people are, their backgrounders are going to be chosen. So they're going to be chosen to be submitted for medallion awards, and then they're going to be chosen to go to the next class. So when you go to the next class, say if like mine gets chosen, my backgrounder gets chosen, but then I bring more people with me to work with you and work for and like go volunteer and stuff like that. So
I love it.
And we'll bring a part and then like get more and put it back in backgrounders and see what else we can possibly help y'all do.
I love it.
Right. And I'm like, yep. And as soon as I read about it, and I was like, and as soon as you emailed me back, I said, I got this in the bag. Y'all don't have this. And I was telling my girlfriend, I was like, I really think that my backgrounder will be chosen for next semester because I said, I got this in the bag.
Awesome.
So do you have any sponsors that like known sponsors that like help get your organization name out? Or
Yes, we have. Are you talking about from a marketing perspective or just people that from a
or either or?
Okay, from a marketing perspective, we're using, of course, our website, which is how you found us, thank God. And we have our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We also have a Linktree account where you can go and get access to everything. But we also have some cool partners that have helped support our programs this year. The Community Foundation of Greater Birmingham, the Community Food Bank of Central Alabama, the church at Brook Hills has been an awesome partner, Woodline Foundation, Bancorp South, trying to name some other people who have really fed into us this year. City of Birmingham, Office of Peace and Policy, we've partnered on some things. Restorative Strategies, LLC, that's a for-profit organization, but they've been a cool partner. The Empowerment Alliance, Greater Birmingham Ministries, at Birmingham Ed Foundation, And I just have a really awesome board of directors that have just been, like, when I tell you, they go out and they plug us, they talk about us. I get calls all the time that say, hey, so and so said we needed to reach out to you. And so it's really cool to see that my board of directors are out there. They're putting our word out. They're really talking about us in a positive light. And it's just really awesome to see where we came from in that little classroom at Woodlawn United Methodist Church. And Woodlawn United Methodist has been an awesome partner as well, doing drives for us. Um, I'm trying to see who else. Oh, Bundles of Hope. I can't forget them. They're our diaper bank partners. And Christian Service Mission. They've been awesome as well. So when I tell you we've got Work Faith Birmingham, that's another agency. So we've got really cool grassroots partners that really come in and they just love on us. You know, when we say we have a need for families, like they'll go into overdrive, either collecting donations, doing toiletry drives, collecting stuff for us. And so it's really awesome to see everybody putting in the work.
This is amazing. This is so amazing. All right. Listen. Oh wow. This is amazing. Because I've seen people in other classes that before me talk about how they're like, oh, we can't get, like, one of my friends had a whole meltdown because she was like, I can't get no information out of my organization. I was like, oh no, don't scare me. And then I'm like,
Wow.
I come
Oh,
here.
I'm down for it, because I mean, I'm also a DBA student, so I understand.
Okay, so volunteers.
Mhm.
So what is the process to volunteer or to help out or?
You can contact us a number of ways. We have a volunteer application online, or you can send us a message through our website saying that you want to volunteer. You can call our office. It's 205-777-5894, and just inquire about volunteering. Or they can email, just like you emailed me, they can email me and say, hey, I'm interested in volunteering with your organization, and we'll plug them in.
Being completely honest, I'm gonna say this. Everything that I needed for
Mhm.
my for like for the first part of this, you answered in the first question. So that's what I was like, oh, that's number one.
Uh-huh.
That's number two. That's number three. I was like, oh wow. I was like,
I get excited when I talk about CCDN, so I'll just keep talking.
keep on talking. You just keep talking. I'll be sitting here to listen. Let's see. Is there really anything else? I'm trying to make sure because for the first part I had 12 items and I got all 12. I got 8 in the first question, so that's good.
Oh,
That was
cool.
I got 8. I was like, I was going through and I was just like, 1, okay, that's 2. I was like, I don't even have to ask. I was like, okay, keep going. Just let's see. Okay, have you seen like any problems in or like have you seen any problems arise or anything like um either within the organization because of COVID or anything like?
We've had some challenges, and some of our challenges, when COVID hit, it startled everybody. I mean, everybody had to kind of see what was the next step going to be. Thank God that we've been covered. We haven't had any illnesses Yet we did shut down for a month because a lot of the services that we provide are people focused. You know, we meet with people, we talk with people, we're used to giving hugs to people and things like that. And so we shut down for about a month to come up with what our strategy is going to be to still be able to have a personal connection and serve people in a safe manner. And so we came up with our COVID-19 response strategy where we changed how we do our emergency food. In the beginning, we were doing about 8 appointments a day to give emergency food and supplies and things like that. And so by the end of May, we were able to start our life services program back full-fledged, but we do a food drive-through. And so instead of people just coming in, signing in, which, you know, we can't have because of social distancing rules, we have them register online first to reserve their spot, you know, let us know if they need any additional things. And we get their orders ready ahead of time. So when they pull up, we give them what they don't even have to get out their car. We just check them off the list, drop their stuff in the car, and keep it pushing. And if we have someone new that has come, we have a sheet that we collect their information on, and we get the additional documents needed at a later date. And we always collect ID, proof of income, proof of residency, and I'm trying to see what else. Yeah, just those 3 items. We serve anybody that comes through our door, so there's not a quote unquote income cap. We serve anybody that is in need. We collect those documents so we can do a comparison report to see who we're serving. And the majority of our clients in life services are falling in that low to moderate income bracket. Some other challenges we've had, you know, we've had to convert our mentoring to online, and that has been a challenge for the kids. And so what we're doing currently is we're doing things all week with them versus just focusing on Saturdays. So there is a topic discussion of the week. We have a private Facebook group. So they'll go on Facebook and they'll answer the questions, and then they'll even reply to each other's comments, you know, and it creates for a deeper discussion. And then there's an activity about midweek where they do either a crossword puzzle or we'll do a scavenger hunt or something like that that keeps them engaged in the middle of the week. Each youth is assigned a mentor, so the mentors have to check in with them every week and complete what's called a one-on-one guide. And so that one-on-one guide comes into the office. We read through it to see if there are any essential needs. You know, if we had one young man ask for socks because he's getting ready to play sports, but he doesn't have any socks. And so our mentor that was assigned to him, he was able to get that. She just went ahead and got it for him. And so we have kids that have personal needs, and we take care of those personal needs for them. So that's been the 2 biggest challenges and changes that we've had. We're also doing our parents helping parents virtually. I think the parents like the virtual because they don't have to drive anywhere. They can all go from their phone. I think that's probably a positive because we can facilitate just like you and I are talking, and it creates a real robust conversation with our parents.
I'm gonna, so in the stories that you're giving me, I'm putting into my journal.
Good
So
deal.
make everybody jealous. So as soon as she asks, oh, so how's week? I think this is week 2 of your background to going. I'm like, Mom, it's the best. I'm gonna keep bragging the whole time. And the I don't think anybody from UAB that went through her program has chosen CCD.
Oh,
So I think I'm the first person who, because when you choose, you have to reach out. You have to have some type of communication face to face online face to face. If you don't, she will literally be like, "Oh, she will like, for instance, like if she doesn't believe, she will send you a message. Have you talked to one of my students this semester about this, this, and other?" They say no.
Absolutely.
That's
So
automatic.
you're gonna have the evidence because you got a video.
Oh yeah, it's proven. Cause she wants you to work hard. That's one thing that's one thing I can say about my teacher. She wants to see you succeed.
That's good. That's really good.
I've had professors that really that did not care about us at all,
Wow.
and um, it was really bad, really
Oh
bad. Like,
wow.
we emailed them, no emails back, no communication. Like, oh, I thought this was it. No, no, thank you. I'm just like, okay. I was like, wow. Okay, so I also see that y'all do a school supply drive. Is that
Yes. We started that this year, and our board wanted to do something for kids because we were thinking about kids being at home and
mm-hmm.
needing school supplies, and everything just looks different. And so when we started it out, we were just going to do it for the month of August. And so a couple of partners reached out to us and had the conversation. They said, well, how can we be engaged with this school supply drive? And so Birmingham Ed Foundation was one of the top um, partners that came to us and wanted to partner. And so when I tell you we got shipments and shipments and shipments of
Mm-hmm.
things for their kids, and then Christian Service Mission came back and they said, hey, we got like a truckload full of supplies for you. So they came in, and so we were able to piece together the zip up binders with paper and supplies, like the real big ones, the book bags with all types of supplies in them. So we're going to keep this drive going through the end of October, and we're going to give out as many as possible. And then we're also thinking about what it's going to look like when kids, we have that Christmas break, that fall break. Kids go back to school in January, and parents have to re-up on school supplies. And so we're also thinking about that as well.
Well, I say that. So is when you do the school supply, is there you just drop it off at the
Yes, you can drop it off on Wednesdays from 1 to 4. Um, I'm getting ready to do another registry. We did a registry through Walmart and Target, and most of our partners went through the registry and they just ordered stuff and had it shipped to us. And so I'm going to set up another registry today for Walmart and Target. And so people can order supplies and things like that. If they would prefer to order and then have them shipped, make it easy on them.
Well, I will say this. My mom, by me being the only child,
Mm-hmm.
my mom from I want to say from middle school to high school, she bought school supplies. Like she has like I want to say 15 kids. She got excited about school supplies when I was going to school. Every time it was a sale, every time there was something going on, she was walking through the door with bad school supplies. I'm like, Mom, I don't need this much. Yes, you do. Mom, no, I don't. Yes, you do. So I have 5 totes that I have in my closet, and some stuff I don't need.
Oh,
So
wow.
I normally work on Wednesdays,
Okay.
so I can find somebody to either swap with me, or if I find somebody that can bring it down there, bring it to the center,
Okay.
I will bring you some.
Awesome. We
It,
will definitely put it to good use.
I will bring you some because my mom lived with school supplies when I was growing up, and I still have leftover. Like I was giving some to she's in a sorority, and her sorority does I think it's called Operation Big Book Bag. And when they collect book bags and it's two different ones. So her sorority does one where they collect school supplies and give it out, and then they do another one where they make book bags and then give them out to kids who need them. So when they did, I think it was Operation Big Book Bag. I think that's when I was like, take a tote, take this. I have a lot. Like I told her, it was like I don't need it anymore because in college you really need your laptops mostly now. Yeah. So I was like, you can have it. I was like, you can definitely have it. So I will try to get y'all some school supplies.
Awesome.
So some way. All right. And let's see. I think I actually just have one more question, actually.
Okay.
All right. And it is about the internships.
Okay.
So, with the internships, what do you also? I see you have different ones. So
yes, our special projects internship does a little bit of everything. So that they work with the life services program. They may do some data entry. They may separate clothing donations, put together the school supply packs, help in the food pantry, and do inventory, things like that. That's kind of like our special projects internship. And then we have a social work / sociology case management one where you work directly with clients that call in. You do their intake, you collect their documents, and then we sit down and we strategize on the best resources to refer that client to. In some cases, we may do the lead work for that client. An example is if a client would qualify for utility assistance through JCCEO. Okay, there's a number of ways we can help them. We may have some older clients that don't know how to use the computer, so we'll do their application with them over the phone, providing that technical assistance. Or if someone has qualified for rent assistance, we have a partnership with Woodlawn Foundation and Neighborhood Housing that if they qualify, you have to meet certain criteria that will help with their application and submit their application to the agency for them. And so there are that's our case management sociology one. Then there's our business administration internship where you are solely focusing on organizational pieces. You may help with the accounting, you may help with program development, file management, things like that that help with the internal pieces of CCDN. We're also developing a couple of more. We're going to be developing a techie internship where they can help us develop our database, make it more project management friendly. So that'll be a project. We also have one, you just made me think about this, maybe a PR or marketing internship that'll be coming up pretty soon here.
I would definitely sign up. Because I feel like that's the hardest thing with PR right now. Like we have opportunities for internships because with the organizations at the school, PRSA, PRCA, it gives opportunities for internships and luncheons and everything else. But like I think what's best is like doing organization, like being a part of an organization or going to a PR firm that is meaningful and that will help you learn.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people that did their internships, like I had one friend and she didn't learn anything of it at all. Like she didn't do no PR aspects, they used her, like, they say, no, she was like going to get coffee, and she went and told our teacher, because our teacher guides us over 5 classes, and she snatched her right out. And she called. She was like, "This is not what my student is for. Not gonna use this." And she snatched her right out. And I was just like, a lot of people. I was like, a lot of people want interns, and if that's what they say they do, and then like when you get there, it's just like
it's not the same. Oh, this one, we got plenty of PR stuff for you to do. Everything from capturing shots during life services, doing our newsletter, you know, writing up blog posting. I mean, it's a lot of PR stuff you can do with us. Social media management, you know, press releases. It's a lot of different things you guys can do on that end of it. And if you're good with graphics, you can design some graphics for us. So
I'm definitely gonna add that there. All right. Make sure that I'm not mistaken. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 12.
you got them all?
I got them all.
Awesome. Awesome.
Do you know of any volunteers that might be open to talk to me at all?
Absolutely. I'm going to reach out. I know to Reba Moran. She's awesome. She has been with us. She's kind of like our administrative life services. She's been with me for like 2 years now. And when I tell you, she loves what she does. She loves what she does. I've got a couple of board members that will probably be willing to have a conversation with you. Stephanie Hicks, Jonte Davis, and one of my parents who's also a volunteer, Deanna Mosley. I'm pretty sure that they would definitely be willing to have a conversation to give some insight to you.
Okay.
I'll set that up for you to see what their schedules are like. I'll work on that, getting emails out today on that, and shoot you an email to see what your schedule is like, and we can pick it up just like this, you know, do a Zoom, record it, and you got it.
Okay. Because as soon as I found CC at the end, I was like, yeah, I put my whole schedule. So like, even though I am a manager, I was like, I'm gonna work around. I have to work around Miss Tamika's time.
Oh, that was sweet. You didn't have to do that. I would have.
Oh no, I was like, I told my boss, I was like, have to do my project for school because this is the only reason. So like the classes right now, so they're set up each semester, so you can't take them all at the same time.
Yeah.
So this is the reason that I wanted to do public relations, because I want to learn, I want to help, and also like, which is like you said with the newsletter, because I have to do so, and I like, as soon as I get done with this organization, like as soon as I like get done with this semester, because I think it goes into the 13th, if I'm not mistaken. That's when we have everything finalized. I was like, I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop, and I also wanted to make sure like it made me look interested, and I'm intrigued, and I want to do more, because that's why I said, like, even though when the whole project stopped, as I said in my email, I want to keep going. I was like, whatever y'all need me to do, I'll be happy to keep going.
Well, we are appreciative. I'm gonna tell you, I love your energy. I see your heart. You know, that means a lot. So I appreciate it. I really do. And don't worry, this is the first of many conversations. I'm gonna send you the internship. We're gonna do this, okay?
Okay. thank you so much. I was like, I'm ready. I was like, when I told my mom, I got the email back. I literally ran past my girlfriend down the hallway. If she was coming to bring me lunch because I was in class all day, ran straight past her, and I said, "She responded. She responded. She responded." I was like,
I am too tickled.
I just emailed her. Literally, I want to say like an hour ago, and she responded, and she said yes, and I was like, and I was literally like grinning all day, and my girlfriend sitting here, she was like, "What is wrong with you?" I'm like, she responded. You just don't understand how happy I am right now that she responded, because everybody else is doing like doing organizations that have been done before, and then talking to people, getting information passed down to them. I'm just like, that's not I'm like, that's not what this project is really about. And like, yes, I would say like, yes, you will want to get help, but I'm just like, we want to make this go on. And like the medallion awards is basically, we can use our backgrounders or any of our papers, and the best way we represent an organization, if we are working for a firm at the moment, the clients, or the best way we can just do anything like within the writing aspect, we can submit it for medallion awards, and that's the highest award that a college student can have on their resume. And if we get it on our resume and they see, oh, they put time into this, and they put their heart into this and everything else, they are the people that have been chosen for medallion awards. And I was just like, I don't want to just keep doing the same thing. Like, I understand it's nice to have help from past times, but I don't want to keep doing the same thing. I want to venture out. And like, that's why I just, like, when you were founded, I have never heard of like any organizations around here that does what you do, like all the programs and everything else. Like this, like me reading about the programs, I was like, this is amazing. This is
awesome. Well, you finna make me cry on here. I'm trying not to. You know, our goal is to help the whole family. You know, because you can't. And that's one of the things that we discovered in this process is that, you know, you help one piece, another piece is going to be broken. So we try to feel every piece that we can from a holistic standpoint.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to have spent this time with you. Thank you for choosing us. We are grateful. I'm going to back this video up and I'm going to email it to you. It'll be like a YouTube link because it'll go on our channel, but I'm going to send it to you. That way you can have access to it. I don't think I'll be able to send it in an email because of the length of it, but you're going to get it today. If you have any more questions, if you need to talk with me some more, just let me know and I'll set this time aside for you.
Okay. All right. Thank you.